everyone. Welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. We're coming to you from our YouTube channel, Bottoms Down Chair Yoga. And if you haven't already, if you would click that subscribe button, we would really appreciate it. It's free, lets you know when new videos are posted, and it helps us out. And if you haven't left me a comment, I would love to hear from you. All right, so we're going to get started today. We're only going to need our chair and a yoga strap. Now, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can substitute like a men's tie. You can substitute a belt or a scarf, anything that's kind of, got some length to it. And if you don't want to use the strap, that's fine too. All right, if you have your strap, we're going to go ahead and just place it back underneath our chair, kind of get it out of our way for right now, and we'll be coming to that soon. All right, let's get started. We are going to move forward in our chair. So no leaning back, right? We want to sit up nice and tall, and I want you to go ahead and lift your heart. So the minute we lift our heart, what do you feel? You feel your abdominal muscles engaged, don't you? You feel these belly muscles engaged. So you will hear me cue a lot during class, belly button to spine, lift your heart. This is the feeling that I want you to have anytime I remind you to pull that belly button in. This is the feeling that I want you to have, okay? Now the next thing we're going to do is lower those shoulders down out of the ears. So we tend to kind of have those shoulders inching up, and I want you to really concentrate on pulling those shoulders down. Next thing we're going to do is what we call grounding in yoga. So I want you to think about grounding your feet to the floor. So we kind of have those 4 pressure points in both of our feet. It's behind the big toe, behind the little toe, and we have 2 points of the heel. And I want you to think about having all 4 of those points equally weighted in both of your feet on the floor, okay? So we're kind of grounding those feet. Next thing I want you to think about are your sits bones. There are these pointy bones we sit on, and I want you to have equal weight in both of those sits bones. So we're not leaning one way or the other. We have those sits bones grounded to the chair. All right, now we're going to take our hands and we're going to flip up palm to the ceiling and place them lightly on the thighs. Again, I comment on this. If you like a mudra, do a mudra. If you don't like, that's just a kind of a finger placement, and this one particularly is for energy. So if you're going to do one, I would do this one. But if you don't want to do those, it's okay too. It doesn't matter. Let's take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, just let your eyes close. And begin to just focus on your heart center. Let go of everything outside of the room. This time is just for you. Feel your natural inhalation and exhalation. And just notice that breath, right? We breathe autonomically all day long. This is your opportunity to just kind of focus in on that breath. Go ahead and deepen that breath, inhaling a little more deeply, exhaling a little more completely. Now we're going to add our yoga breath, that belly breath, that diaphragmatic breath. As you inhale, fill the lungs from the bottom up, the belly extends. As you exhale, pull the belly button to the spine and actively push the air up and out of the lungs. Do that a few times at your own pace. And breathe normally. We're going to do that one more time. This time, see if you can make your exhalation longer than your inhalation. Go ahead at your own pace. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intention for today's practice. Focus in on what you want to accomplish. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. How does that feel? Let's drop our right ear to our right shoulder. So we're just feeling that nice stretch in the neck. So go ahead and take the right hand, and I just want you to lay it lightly on the head. Don't pull, don't tug. Just, it's resting there very, very gently. And let's go ahead and take that opposite arm out at a diagonal to your side. Palm is facing down. All right, now in that left hand, flip that palm up to the ceiling. Oh yeah, little difference, right? At least I feel it. I feel a little difference from when my palm is down or up. All right, now listen. Take that left hand out first. Take the right hand off of the head. And now lift that head up. And if you need to help it, it's okay. Oh boy, quite a stretch, isn't it? Roll those shoulders. Oh yeah, up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And let's reverse it. And we're going to do the other side. All right, are we ready? Let's let that left ear fall towards that left shoulder and just kind of hang out here for a couple of breaths. And hey, this may be where you want to stay, and it's okay, right? But if you want to be with me, I'm going to bring this left hand up and I'm just going to lay it lightly on my head. Oh boy, I'm not pulling, I'm not tugging, it's just resting there, but I feel it. Take the opposite hand out to the side, palm is facing down first. Now if you want to flip that palm up to the ceiling, go for it, your choice. Oh my goodness, this side is tighter for me. One more breath. All right, let's take that right hand out first. Take the left hand off of your head next, and then lift that head up. You can help it if you need to. Oh boy, let's roll those shoulders. Yeah. And reverse it. Very good. All right, let's just go ahead and look over that right shoulder. And let's look center and look over that left shoulder. And look center. Now we're going to look over that right shoulder one more time. Just see if you can take it a little further, but gently. We're warming up. And let's go ahead and look center, and we're going to look over the other side and take it just a little deeper, just a little bit. We're looking over that shoulder and look forward. Let's roll one shoulder at a time this time. And reverse it. Nice. All right, very, very good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is called a chin tuck. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better. You stay facing me, okay? So what we're going to do is I want you to just sit up nice and tall, just like we've been doing, all right? And I want you to take your finger and I want you to place it on your chin, okay? See what I got going there? My finger's just here on that chin. Now, I want you to take your chin away from your finger. So don't move your finger. I want you to take your chin away from the finger. You see what I'm doing? It's called a chin tuck. All right, now let's come back. Go ahead and touch that the chin to the finger again. And we're going to do that one more time. Are we ready? Take a deep breath in first. And then as you exhale, bring that chin back. It's a nice stretch for the back of the neck. All right? Go ahead and bring it forward and release. How did that feel? That's kind of a nice one, isn't it? A little chin tuck there. Okay, so the next stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to pin some muscles. So I know it sounds kind of freaky, but just take your right hand and right underneath your collarbone, I want you to put your fingers right there, and there's a kind of a band of muscles right there, and I want you to hold that in place, okay? So I'm pressing pretty hard to hold those muscles in place, so I don't want them to move for the next section. Now you're going to take your nose and you're going to track it up to the ceiling, the same side, right? So it's your left side, and you're going to track that nose up, and you're going to kind of look over your back shoulder. Do you feel those muscles trying to pull? So I want you to pull them down, hold them, and as you look up, you might get a little stretch in those muscles that come down and through the neck. One more breath. All right, we're going to release that and keep your hand right here. Ready? Engage those muscles again. Now this time that nose is going to track down over that shoulder. Do you feel it? Oh my goodness, I feel those. I don't know about you, but I do. All right, let's come up and release it. Now we're going to do the other side, okay? So now we're going to take this hand right under that collarbone right there. You've got this muscles. There's more than one, but it's you can just think about it as a big muscle right there, all right? And we're going to hold that. We're going to pin it, all right? So take your nose and you're going to track it up to the ceiling over that shoulder. See if you can look back behind you a little bit until you feel that stretch. Oh my goodness. One more breath. All right, bring that everything forward. You can relax for just a moment. Now engage that again. This time our nose is going to track down to the floor over that shoulder. I feel this one the most. I don't know about you guys, but that looking down, and if I really hold that down and don't let those muscles move, I really feel a good stretch there. And we're going to release. Let's roll those shoulders again. All right. All right, we're going to move to our mountain pose. So we're going to start here. Remember, you can be right here if you want to. Belly button is tight. If you want to add on, we're going to extend that mountain up to the ceiling. Stretch it up, trying to touch the ceiling with those fingertips. All right, are we ready? Let's bring that right hand down to the chair. Let's lengthen through that left side, and we're going to lean. Now hold on to the chair is fine, right? You're supporting yourself. So I want you to deepen into that lean as much as you can, keeping that opposite hip down, right? So just stretching through, feeling that stretch all the way from the hip bone, all the way out that pinky finger. Really feel that, okay? All right, let's come up and we're going to do the other side. So let's start in that mountain pose. And remember, if you have shoulder issues, you can stay right here or you can come to goalpost arms. And you can do the same kind of thing with that goalpost arms, right? But if you're with me, we're going to extend those arms up to the ceiling. Shoulders are down, belly is tight. Bring this hand down, extend up and lean. Oh boy, I feel that one. One more breath and down we go. Let's roll those shoulders. Oh yeah. And reverse it. All right, let's place our hands lightly on our thighs, elbows are wide. We're just going to move into a little cat and cow here to warm things up. So here we go. Belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let the head fall, looking at your belly button. We're going to lift that heart up, thumbs to the back wall. Ha, there's that cow pose, excuse me. Let's do that again. Cat pose. And lift it up into cow pose. We're going to add the breath. We're going to inhale into cow, and we're going to exhale into cat. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Let's inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll those shoulders. Very nice. All right. So we're going to do some full body circles. We're going to place our hands on our thighs and we're going to let ourselves rock to the right. Do you feel that? So again, it's kind of like a leaning mountain. We're kind of mixing leaning mountain, cat and cow, kind of all together here. So we're going to keep this hip down. Now I want you to come forward. Place your hands here on those thighs for support. And then we're going to come around to the other side. Now here's the key. Don't skimp on this back part, right? I want you to lean back. Get that belly tight. Now, if you're too close to the back of your chair, you may need to move forward a little bit so that you can really activate the belly as you come back, right, into this back part. So we want it to be slow so that we're really working those belly muscles, and then we're going to reverse it. There we go. I'm not going fast, am I? On purpose. I want you to feel all the stretching happening, all the muscles warming up, everything happening. So take it nice and slow through our body circles. Don't skimp on that back part, remember. One more. Let's go all the way to the back. And from here, pull that belly in and lift up. Very good. Is everybody feeling good? Feeling warmed up a little bit? Okay, let's do a little bit of warm up for those legs. So we're going to do our crescent lunge. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it wide. Now our left knee is going to fall down towards the floor. And remember, this could be a version that you want to stay in with that knee straight down. And that's fine. But if you want a little bit more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my foot back behind me. I'm up on my back toes and I'm trying to lengthen through the leg just a little bit. You should feel it right here, right in that front leg and the front hip flexor. Let's go ahead and look over that bent knee and breathe. All right, we're going to release that and we're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Lifting that heart up, breathing into it, feeling the stretch in the front of that leg, and release. All right, let's face forward. Now, I want everybody, if you have your strap, I want you to go ahead and grab that strap. And we're going to place it right here in our lap because we're about to use it. Okay, so we're going to come into our pyramid pose. So we're going to extend that left leg out in front of us, toes to the ceiling, all right? So lift up first, hinge forward, and feel that stretch on the back of the leg. So the key to this pose, to maximizing the stretch, is keeping the back flat, all right? All right, let's go ahead and come up. And we're going to do that one more time. Extend and hinge. Beautiful. All right. Now keep that leg right where it is. Grab your strap or tie or scarf or belt or nothing. You can keep doing what we were just doing. But if you're with me, I'm placing that strap under the ball of my foot. Not the arch of my foot, but the ball of my foot. Okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the spine long, and then I'm just going to walk my hands down the strap ever so gently, pulling. So that does two things. The first thing is it gives you a little more flex in that foot. And the second thing is you can maximize the stretch in that hamstring, the back side of that body, of that leg. All right, let's walk back up. Go ahead and remove that strap. And if it doesn't bug you too much, you can leave it in your lap. If it's going to bug you too much, just go ahead and set it down and we'll come back to it on the other side. All right, so it's your choice. I'm going to set mine down because I think it's not going to stay in my lap. I move too much. All right, let's go ahead and do the other side. So we're going to take this leg and we're going to open it nice and wide first, right? Okay. This opposite knee is going to fall down towards the floor in a beautiful crescent lunge. And remember, this could be your version right here. I'm looking over that front knee and I'm good to go. If you want more, I'm going to push that foot back behind me, right? Lifting my heart, looking over that front leg, feeling a pretty good stretch in the front side of this leg back here. Let's go ahead and release that stretch, and we're going to do it one more time. Ha, right? Remember, belly is tight, heart is lifted, shoulders are down. We're just breathing natural. Don't worry about the yoga breath. Just breathing. One more breath, and let's release that, and let's face forward. Okay, so we're going to do that pyramid pose. So I'm going to go ahead and reach down and grab my strap so that I have it. So when we get to that part, I'm good to go. All right, so right leg extends out, toes to the ceiling. So we want that foot flexed, but don't lock out the knee. We want the leg straight, but we don't want the knee locked. We're going to extend the spine long, keep the back flat, and let your heart fall forward. All right, so kind of look up at me if you can. That's going to help you keep that back flat. So we're not rounding, right, like we do in cat pose. I want you to keep the back flat. And breathe. All right, let's go ahead and lift up. And we're going to do that one more time. Extend the spine long. Let the heart fall forward. Feeling the back of the leg stretching. All right, up we go. Now, grab your strap. Or if you don't have your strap, you're just going to do that same. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. I'm trying not to scratch it. And we're going to do that same thing and use your strap this time, right? We're going to hook it over the foot to the ball of the foot. And if you want to, you can hold your strap, maybe one strap in each hand or hold both in one hand, or you can hold on to your thigh with one hand. It's all good, right? There are options. But the first thing I want us all to do is lift your heart up first, extend the spine long, pull that belly button to the spine, hinge forward, and then walk your hands down that leg or down that strap, right? You've got options on where you want to put that other hand. And we're just breathing here. We're breathing into it, just your natural breath. One more breath, and we're going to walk it up nice and slow. All right, go ahead and remove your strap. And let's place our strap under our chair. We're going to come back to that in a moment. All right, let's grab a sip of water. Okay, everybody feeling good? We're going to continue with those heart opening poses with a bind. Now we're going to start with just using our arms with this bind, and then we're going to add on using our strap. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our right arm and we're going to bring it up into that goalpost arm position. Okay? All right. Now, just take the palm of your hand and you're going to bring it down to where it's facing the floor. And then you're going to keep on going. So now your palm is facing the back wall. Do you see that? All right, let's do that one more time. So you start in that goalpost arm. Palm is facing out. Now the palm is facing down. Now the palm is facing back. And you've got a little hinge here. You see that? All right, now what I want you to do is we're going to take that hinge and we're going to bring it back behind our back. Now I'm going to turn and show you. Just you face me, okay? So what happens is, as you come here, if you can come a little higher, so as I bring it up, if you can bring that a little higher than the middle of the back, that's going to be a better opportunity for you to increase the bind here. All right, so if that works for you, then try to get that hand a little bit higher. All right, now we're going to do the other side. You're like, oh, what is she doing now? Let's come back to that goalpost arm. Now this one, we've got this hinge already right here. We're not moving it. We've just got this hinge. Now all we're going to do is we're going to take this hand and we're going to hinge it back behind. Okay? So you see what I've done there? So this hand doesn't move. I've got this hinge and now it's going to come back behind. Now the idea eventually is that your fingers touch and you pull. So I'm pulling with my top hand and I'm pulling with my bottom hand and I'm lifting my heart up. See that? I'm lifting my heart up. Now, if your hands don't touch, don't worry about it. You can still do the same thing. You're pushing. You're pushing with that back hand and with this top hand, and you're kind of pressing in and you're opening up through those shoulders. All right? You feel it? You feel that opening? All right, let's take one hand down, take the other hand down, and roll the shoulders. How does that feel? Okay, so I guarantee you when we do it with the strap, it makes it a little more accessible to everybody because not everybody can touch those fingers together behind their back. I get it, believe me. But if you don't have your strap, that's what you're going to keep on doing. But let's do the other side first. So we have to do it equally. So now we're going to take that left arm and we're going to have that goalpost arm first. Palm faces down. Palm faces to the back. And we've got our hinge. Got it? All right, here we go. We're going to take this arm and we're going to bring it up behind our back. We're going to take this other arm to goalpost. We've got this hinge happening here. And now we're going to just take that hand and bring it back behind, right? And so now you've got the clasping happening. You're pressing through. You're opening up that heart. So that's what binds are for, to help us open up. Opening up that heart. Give it one more breath. We're going to release one hand, release the other hand, and roll those shoulders. Okay, so see how that feels, and remember that can be a great option for you. If you want to do that one, it is great. Now, using the strap will actually make this a little more accessible to you, okay? So if you have that strap handy, I encourage you to use it. What we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand and I want you to bring it to where the palm is facing out. So my thumb is towards the floor. Do you see that? My thumb is hinging here and it's towards the floor. All right. Now I'm going to hook my strap into my thumb and now I've kind of got that locked in, if you will. But I want you to keep this palm open. Now, you're going to bring it around your body, okay? So you're bringing it around your body. You're going to bring that hand back around so the palm is behind your head. Got it? Now, the other hand is going to be at that goalpost. Palm faces down. Palm faces back. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Remember? Now bring that hinge. When you're hinging, now bring it back behind. Grab that strap. Now you've got the option, right, of pulling. You can pull this strap up and this strap down, and you're doing the same thing. You're just using the strap instead of trying to use your hands. So I'm opening up that heart. You got it? Does that make sense? Do you feel it? You feel the stretch? Heart opening. One more breath. Relax this right hand first. Bring that strap back around and down. Whew. All right. We're going to do the other side now. Oh, great. Okay. So let's take this arm up. Goalpost arm. Actually, my mistake. Bring it in front of your face. And you've got that thumb hinge here happening, right? Got that thumb hinge. All right, we're going to grab the strap and we're going to put it right in that thumb. We're going to close that hinge off. Keep that palm open. Now bring it around your body. All the way to the back. So now the back of my hand is on the back of my head. Now this opposite arm, we've got the palm facing out first. Remember that. Palm faces down. Palm faces back. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Ready? take that hinge, reach back, and grab your strap, okay? So now I'm pulling up with this hand, and I'm pulling down with this hand, and I'm opening up. You got it? One more breath, and release. And bring those arms down. Very good. Okay. My strap is stuck on my chair. All right. So I'm going to put my strap under my chair for right now. We're going to come back to it here in just a minute. So we're going to move into a side angle pose. So side angle pose is another heart opening pose. We're going to take that right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide. And we're going to take our right forearm and we're going to place it on that leg. Palm is facing up. Okay? Now, the first thing we're going to do, and this ear is kind of down towards the mat, okay? So you don't want to hold your head up. You want to go ahead and let that head kind of fall down too. Not down, right? So we're lifting up out of that shoulder. You got it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to extend that opposite arm long. Now go ahead and take the hand that's in the air, and I want you to bring it to your waist first. And I want you to lift your heart up. You feel that? There's your natural heart opening right there. Now, extend that hand if you want to. All right, so here we are in a side angle pose. Very, very nice. So, in addition to this side angle pose, if you so desire, is we're going to let the wrist of the hand that's here on that thigh, we're going to let it fall down towards the ankle. But I don't want you to lose your heart opening. So if to get this hand down by the ankle, you end up down here, that's not the idea, right? So I want you to lift up. I don't care how far down this wrist comes. And it can stay right here as far as I'm concerned. That's great. This is just if you want a little bit more. But you can't, not at the expense of losing that heart opening. All right? Are you ready? Let's take this hand back to the waist. Let's lift up and come out of our side angle pose. Okay, very good. Let's do the other side. We're going to bring that knee forward and then we're going to add the bind. I want you to feel it first before we add the bind. So we're going to open up nice and wide first, okay? Again, the fleshy part of this arm is going to come on the fleshy part of that leg, okay? And now the right arm is just going to extend up. Take the hand that's in the air, go ahead and place it on your waist and open up that heart. There you go. You feel that? Now, just extend that arm. So I want that to be a natural extension. So all this shoulder and through that arm is all in alignment. Now, if you so desire to take this left wrist down by that left ankle, that's fine. But remember, you can't collapse in on yourself. That's not the idea. You've got to keep that heart open. Pull that belly button to spine. Really work those center waist muscles. Side waist muscles are working too, aren't they? Ready? All right, let's bring that hand back up. Bring this hand back down to your side and step out of it. All right. Did that feel pretty good? All right, we're going to add the bind to that now. So go ahead and grab your strap, place it in your lap for right now. We're going to move into our pose first, and then we'll add that bind. Okay. So take that right knee and open it nice and wide. Now go ahead and take the fleshy part of this right arm and let it rest on that thigh. And go ahead and get into your side angle pose, all right? So the first one we're going to do a bind just using our hand. So if you don't have the strap, this is where you'll stay. So remember how we came up? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hand in the air and we're going to hinge right at that elbow and we're going to bring that palm into the center of the back. And maybe it lifts up. Remember when we did that bind a minute ago and how we kind of lifted the hand up a little bit higher? So maybe it's not here, maybe it's here, right? And open up. So there's an option. That's a beautiful bind. And if you want to be right here, that is great. Now, if you're with me, we're going to add on to that bind, all right? So we're going to grab our strap. Actually, you have to kind of come up out of it so I can show you. You've got your palm facing out. You've got that hinging thumb facing down towards the floor. We're going to place that strap into that hinge. We're going to close it up, all right? Now, come back down into your side angle pose. We're going to take this hand with the strap and we're going to bring it all the way around. See how it's coming around my body? Now it's coming around to my back. And again, I've got that hand kind of back behind my head. My heart is open. Okay, here's the tricky part. The hand that's on the thigh, you're going to reach down and you're going to grab that strap. And now you're going to open. So I'm pulling down with my right hand and I'm pulling up with my left hand. And there is your bind. All for that heart opening. That's the whole idea of this particular pose, right? Side angle pose with a bind, heart opening. One more breath. Go ahead and release with your right hand, release the strap. Come back up. Give yourself some support with the right hand on that right thigh. Let's bring that arm around and come up. How did that feel? All right. And let's bring that knee forward and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to open up that leg. Okay, so remember, let's just do it. Let's go ahead and come into that side angle pose first just to kind of get the feel of it. Let's take this hand up to the ceiling. Now, the hand that's in the ceiling, we're going to bring that hand back behind. It's either in the small of the back, or if you can, lift it a little bit higher, do so, but the heart is lifted. And here you are in a side angle pose with a bind. How does it feel? Does it feel pretty good? Lifting that heart up, feel that? We've been working through the chest a bit now, so you probably are feeling a little more open into that chest. That's great. All right, let's go ahead and release it, and we're going to add the strap. All right. So now, we're going to take the right hand, right? You've got your thumb to the bottom, facing the bottom. You're going to go ahead and hook that thumb into the strap into the thumb and close it up. Come back down into that side angle pose. Now, you're going to take the hand with the strap. It's going to come all the way around your body. Bring that hand behind your head and hang out here for just a moment. Heart is open. Now, if you want to, you're going to reach down with this hand and you're going to grab that strap and you're going to pull. So I'm pulling this bottom hand down and this top hand up, and I'm really lifting through the heart. So there's the bind. We're breathing. One more breath. Go ahead and release that hand. Release and come up. Very, very good. How does everybody feel? All right. Okay, let's go ahead and set our strap down. And let's grab a sip of water. All right, let's come to standing. And we're going to be doing a standing camel pose. So what I want you to do is everybody turn your chair to the side. So I want you to be, you may want to be facing me, I don't know, but what I want is for your chair to be behind you. So if kind of looking at me from the side is uncomfortable and you want to go ahead and turn so that your chair's behind me and you're facing, that's fine, okay? Your choice. I'm going to do the side because I think you can see me just a little bit better. So we're going to build into our standing camel pose, and I'm going to give you options like I always do, and I want you to do what works for you. It's super important to remember that, okay? All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to either take your fists or your palms. We did this seated earlier, but we haven't done it standing. So you're going to take either your fist or your palms, and you're going to put them on either side of your spine, right above that big bone right there, okay? So there's a little bit of fleshy part, and that's basically where either the fists or the palms are going to reside, okay? I'm going to do fists today, just because. Now, our shoulders are down, our belly is tight, our heart is lifted. So all you're going to do is you're going to push your hips forward. You see what I'm doing there? All I'm doing is I'm pushing my hips forward, and I'm kind of letting, you want the natural extension. The head is going to be a natural extension of the spine. So what's going to happen as you begin to push those hips forward is the gaze is going to come up just naturally. So the front side of the body is tight. We're not releasing it. One more breath, all right? Pull your belly button to your spine. We're going to come up forward. I want you to turn around, put your hands on the back of the chair, and let your heart fall forward. So it's a counter stretch for that camel pose, okay? Go ahead and lift back up, turn back around. We're going to do the exact same thing one more time before we add on. And remember, this is your beginning position, and this is a great version. Right here, you're going to get all the benefits. Push those hips forward, open up the spine, kind of squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back. Maybe your gaze comes a little further up, maybe it doesn't. One more breath. Pull your belly button to your spine. Activate the front side of the body. Come all the way up. Turn around, face your chair. Let your heart fall forward and into that counter stretch. All right. Is everybody feeling that? Come all the way up. Okay. So again, that's a good version right there. If you want a little bit more, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and we're going to have our hands here on the chair, okay? And then as we push our hips forward, instead of letting pushing with our hands, we're going to let those hips begin to push forward, and we're going to walk our hands down the chair, all right? Just a couple of little movements down the chair. We're going to lift up, look up, heart is open, squeeze those shoulder blades behind the back. Belly is tight. Ready? Here we go. We're going to walk back up the chair. Oh, come back to standing, turn around. And forward fold. How did that feel? So checking in, right? It's so important to remember to see what's going on in your body. Because your body's different than my body, right? Everybody's is a little bit different. So just kind of whatever works for you. Okay, we're going to do that one final time. And for this one, again, you know where we're headed. We're just going to see if we can walk the hands down a little bit further. It's all up to you. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. We're going to lift up first. Remember, you can have your hands here. That's the version you're using. If your hands are on the chair, we're pulling that belly button in. No matter which version you're using, you're lifting your heart up. Your shoulders are down. And either you're walking down the back of your chair or you're pushing those hips forward with your hands. See if you can walk down another rung. And we're really looking up now. But again, my head isn't relaxed, right? It's a natural extension. My spine and my head are just still that natural extension. The action is happening through the spine. My shoulders are open. One more breath. We're going to pull that belly in as we walk up. Don't let go of that belly. Don't let go of that belly. Ooh, and turn around. And you might have been feeling those glutes a little bit there too, right? Those glutes were helping. And come forward. Oh my goodness, that was so good. Such good work for those heart openers. Okay, now wherever your chair is, let's go ahead and put it back the way that it was, okay? Grab your strap. Now, this is a challenging pose. We're going to move into a dancer pose. I'm going to show you without the strap first, and then we're going to do it with the strap. So we're going to place our strap into the chair first. And again, this is another one of those instances where actually with it, makes it a little more available to everybody. But what I want to show you is the shape of the pose first, and then we'll add the strap. So the first thing we're going to do, and it is balance, but I'm going to, again, we'll build into that, and you can do the balance piece of it or not. Okay, so I've got my chair right here. I'm hanging on to it, and not the leg next to the chair, but the other leg, I'm going to bend it up into that tabletop position. So remember, what is the key to balance? Belly button to spine, right? So even just doing this movement right here, you really got to pull that belly button in to feel that stability. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to let it slide down my leg over the knee, down the shin to my ankle, and then I'm going to let that knee fall down. So now my knees are even with one another. So there's a pretty good stretch into the quadricep. Now, one of the things that I find in my classes, sometimes people just hang on to their pants legs. It's okay. We're going to be doing the strap, which is going to kind of give you that same option here in just a minute. All right? But again, I want to show you first. Okay, now all we're going to do to move into our dancer pose is I'm going to press my ankle into my hand. See what I'm doing there? I'm pressing the ankle into the hand, and I'm creating that heart opening and that back bend. Now, if you want to try the balance piece of it, you're going to let go of the chair, and you're going to kind of counterbalance with that opposite hand. And here you are in a beautiful dancer pose. All right, let's come up and out of it. Remember, we come out of our balance poses mindfully. Bring that foot up. Bring that foot up, and then put that foot down on purpose, right? Remember, we always want to get out of our balance poses mindfully. Let's come to the other side, and then we'll add the strap. All right, got my chair right here. My weight is in this leg next to the chair. I'm going to lift that foot up. Now I've got this 90-degree angle with that knee. Okay, you got it? You feeling your belly tight? Shoulders are down, right? Heart is lifted. Okay, this hand, we're going to slide it along across the knee, down the shin to the ankle, and then we're going to bend that knee and try to have those knees near each other. It's okay, right? Okay, now I'm just going to press that ankle into my hand, and we begin to create that back bend, and I'm going to let go of the chair, and I'm going to move into my dancer. Belly button to spine, lifting that heart. One more breath. Come out of it nice and slow. Bring that foot up to that 90-degree angle and put that foot down mindfully, on purpose. We're telling that brain what we're doing, right? So we're training it. We're connecting that brain to that motion. So that's how we help build into those balance poses. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add that strap. So what I'm going to do, I've got it, kind of folded right in half. I'm going to place it on the floor, and I'm going to step into it with that opposite leg. So not the leg next to the chair, the other leg. And then I want you to just grab both straps with that hand, okay? And then hold the chair. Again, we're going to bend our knee, and now pull the strap up behind you. So you kind of see what I'm doing there? So the strap is behind me, and it's instead of me holding my ankle, now the strap has got it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, press our foot into the strap. So instead of pressing the foot into the hand, the foot is pressing into the strap. We're creating that little back bend, and then we're creating that balance pose, that dancer pose. All right, our heart is open. Don't collapse in on yourself. Belly is tight. When you're ready, we're going to come up out of it nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Remove that strap. Bring that foot up to that 90 degrees angle and put that foot on the floor. How'd you do? We got another side. All right, are we ready? Other side. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take that strap and we're going to put it on the floor and take a step into it with the foot, not the foot next to the chair. So you want to not have that. You want it to be the other foot. With this hand, we're going to slide it down, grab that chair, bend your knee. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me better. Bring that strap up over your back. Okay, so here we are. This is version 1 and it's great. And if you want to hang out here and try to let go of the chair and see how that works, that's wonderful. But if you want to continue with me, what we're going to do, make sure that standing knee is soft. We're going to press that foot into the strap, kind of creating that back bend, making sure you keep that open heart. And now we're going to let go of the chair and we're going to add that other arm for that beautiful dancer pose. Just one more breath here. All right, bring that hand back down. If you want to keep working balance, don't grab the chair. Bring that knee down, release the strap. That knee comes up to that tabletop position, and then we put that foot down mindfully. You guys did so great. That is such a challenging pose. All right, let's go ahead and come back to seated. Just set your strap down under your chair. Let's grab some water. How's everybody feeling? Good? All right, we're going to finish up now. Let's take that right knee. We're going to open it up nice and wide. Feel that inner thigh stretch. Now, the main thing to remember in our half Lord of the Fishes pose is that we don't want this knee to fold in. It's going to want to, but I want you to really try hard not to let it. All right, let's take this arm, this left arm, bring it all the way across your body. You're going to grab your chair. Lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling, and then you're going to look over the back of your chair. Let's release that and do it one more time. Come all the way across your chair. Lift and twist. And release. Crescent lunge, knee towards the floor. Push the foot behind you. Lift your heart up. One final heart opening while we're here. Let's lift that heart up. Feel that stretch. Let's release it. And we're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Back of the kneecap to the ceiling. Lift that heart up. And if you want to add those arms, you can. It's your choice. Squeezing, looking up. One more breath and release. Let's face forward. We're going to extend that leg out in front of us, toes to the ceiling. Lift the heart up and let the heart fall forward. If you want to use that strap, go for it. I'm not going to this time, but if you want to, it's great. Let's go ahead and lift the heart up, and we're going to do that one more time. Don't forget to extend first. Then, keeping the back flat, let the heart fall forward. And release. Good job. Okay, we're going to do our pigeon pose now. So remember, if you cross ankle to ankle, that's great. But I want you to leave this leg right where it is. Don't bring that foot in, okay? Keep that leg out and cross. Or if you're with me, I'm going to cross my ankle onto my knee, all right? Now, I'm going to extend my spine long. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling the stretch right here. And this may be all you want. If you want a little more, you're just going to let your heart fall forward. So it's totally your choice, right? If you stay lifted, heart lifted, or let the heart fall forward. If you keep the back flat, you're going to maximize the stretch. Go ahead and lift it up. And let's just flutter that butterfly today. All right, let's do that again. Extend the spine long and let the heart fall forward. If you want to press gently on that knee, go for it. You can even put your elbow there and put your chin on those fingers and press. It's all good, right? It's a good option. Let's release that and let's flutter that butterfly again. We're going to do it one more time. You've got options. And you can even, if you like it, you can extend those arms out towards the wall in front of you and then let them fall towards the floor. It's a good option if you like it. Go for it. If you want to keep your hands on the thighs, go for it. If you've got choices. That's all I'm saying. And up we go. Very good. Let's put that leg down and move to the other side. Open that knee nice and wide. Remember, keep this knee open. Right hand is going to come all the way across our body. We're going to grab the chair, crown of the head to the ceiling, turn and look over the back of your chair. And let's release that, and we're going to do that again. Bring that hand across your body, lift and twist. And release. Very good. Crescent lunge. Knee to the floor. Press the foot back if you like it. Heart is lifted. We're breathing into the stretch. We're really warm so we can maximize the stretch in the front of that leg. Let's release it, and then let's do that again. Adding those arms if you like it. Squeezing the shoulder blades behind us. One final heart opener today. We have worked so hard. Beautiful. One more breath. And release and face forward. Pyramid pose. Extend that leg in front of you. Toes to the ceiling. Lift and hinge. And remember, if you want to grab your strap and use that, do it. Let's lift that heart up, and we're going to do that one more time. Extend and hinge. This would be your exhale if you want to add that breath. Oh, yeah. After that downward facing puppy, we may have a little more availability in those hamstrings today. All right, let's come up to pigeon pose. Did y'all like downward facing puppy? I love that one. All right, remember, you can be here or you can have that ankle on that knee. Extend and hinge. And up we go, and let's flutter that butterfly. Let's do that again. Extend and hinge, and if you want to press gently on that knee, you can. You can even put that elbow there if you like it. And release it, and let's flutter that butterfly. And our final version. Extend up first, and maybe you bring those hands out to the wall in front of you and then down to the floor if you like that version. That's a great version. If you don't like that version, pick a different one. And release. All right. Let's go ahead and sit back in our chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. A deep breath in. And on this exhalation, close your eyes. Flip your palms to the ceiling. Do what you can. You may not have much time to get it done, yet you do have some time. Use the time you have. You may not get it perfect, yet you can get it done. Do what you can, the best you can, with the time and resources available. You may not be able to think of the cleverest way to say what you want to say, yet you do have the opportunity to say something. Say what you mean to say, in whatever way you think to say it. Let the desire for excellence drive you to do your best work, but don't let it become an excuse for you to avoid the work. The highest commitment to excellence is meaningless if you don't do anything to express that excellence. Do the work, bring that excellence into being at whatever level you can. Every stretch of time, every situation, every challenge, every desire is an opportunity to make a difference. Though it may not be perfect, use what you have and do what you can. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands and give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, go to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga on YouTube. Click on that subscribe button. Leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.